Well, hello there, Taurus. How are you? It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are doing your July General Tarot reading. We'll take a look at the overall energies with the Oracle cards, and then we'll move to the Tarot for more details. And if you're enjoying the content that I create, I would really appreciate it if you would consider liking, commenting, or subscribing. It really does help to get my message out to more people. Okay, so let's see what you have on the horizon here. Wolf Spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom, and watching clouds, lie back, rest, and relax. Okay. You know, this is an energy of really and truly not taking any specific quick action, especially not quick action, in July. I think you have a situation where you may have shown your cards, okay? You may have had a conversation with somebody, you know, whether it's family, friend, romantic, boss, you know, some relationship. You may have allowed this person to know how you feel. And then it's just time to wait and see how they, how things turn out, okay? So it could be that you know, you had a conversation with your boss and said that, you know, you felt like you weren't, you know, compensated enough, or you wanted more autonomy, or you wanted a raise, you know, or a promotion. There's something here. And then it's kind of like, well, your boss may have said, well, we'll see, or I can't do that at this time. And, you know, there could be part of you that's kind of like, well, that's fine. I'm just going to go find another job. But there's something here about just kind of like letting it lie for a little bit, right? You know, not running away from a situation and not making any big change at this time. It doesn't mean that you can't think about other things that you may want to do or other relationships that you may want to start. But it is about, okay, just let any information that you may have shared or any conversations, just allow those words to kind of just sit there. Yeah, because I feel like there's a little bit of you that is wanting, okay, to go in a different direction, right? And communication is key. Okay, so there's this energy of just wanting to move in a new direction. But the thing is that I feel like things are working behind the scenes. You don't know you don't know everything that is occurring. Okay, your spirit guides and angels are working behind the scene. Now, I'm not saying that you're still not going to leave this situation, but it's about not taking action right at this time. So let's go to the Tarot, because there's something about committing to what it is that you truly want. But you may, it's kind of like you may not see that it's right here in front of your face. Okay? Yeah, I think you're overlooking something, okay? Because you're kind of like, yeah, I'm out of here. You know, I think this is a very difficult situation. Now, if it's an abusive situation, yes, please get yourself safe. But I feel like for some of you, it's kind of like, I think the other person that you're dealing with just needs a little bit more time. And I know you're going to say, I've given them so much time. I get that. I get that. So let's go to the Tarot. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, step out of your comfort zone. Great achievement, the Fool. I think you're wanting to go in a new direction. You know, I think that the part of this is that you're wanting to go in a new direction, but perhaps somebody in your sphere is not excited about this new direction that you're wanting to go in. So I feel like that's where perhaps part of the conflict is. They're not excited for you, right? So maybe you want to change careers, or you want to change jobs, or you want to start your own business, right? And, you know, there are people in your life that are kind of like, that's not a good decision, you know, or they're fighting it or something like that. To be honest, I feel like there's a little bit where if you're resonating with this, that maybe, okay, they're just a little bit, I think you took them off guard. Even if you had a conversation with your boss and you said, you know what, I really want to start my own business, you know, how can we, you know, step into that? Yeah. So it's just really, it's hard because Taurus, I think you've told somebody your truth. I think you told somebody your truth, right? And you expected things to go in one way, but unfortunately you got conflict instead. It could even be that for some of you, you have, a long-term relationship and you wanted to take it to the next level. And you had that conversation. You shared that information, right? You thought, oh, this is great. We're going to go to the next level. I'm having this conversation. And then instead, you got a little bit of pushback or something like that. I don't think the other person has said no. I think the other person is there's this energy of just hanging and saying, I need to think about this, right? Whether it's your boss or a romantic partner or whoever, it's kind of like, I need a minute to think about this. And you're taking that as a no, okay? That's the energy I have here because something needs to transform here. It's the mode of communication, okay? Now, there is a little bit here where you may have said something to somebody a little bit too bluntly, okay? Or you can switch it around. It could be somebody said something to you a little bit bluntly, right? This is just the raw truth. Somebody has spoken the raw truth, right? And expected some big change, but it didn't come. So the mode of communication is also important. Understanding, perhaps, you shared with somebody, yes, I'm going in this new direction. I'm going after what my heart truly desires. And you expected perhaps some people to clap and cheer and say, way to go, Taurus. And instead you got, what are you doing? Or just somebody just like looking at you blankly. Like, they're just trying to process something. Yeah. So we have the 10 of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and the 7 of Cups. I think you're kind of confused, That is so, my heart goes out to you because I feel like you may have been kind of excited about going in a new direction. There's something here that you're really wanting. You're kind of like, yeah, I want to go in this new direction. And then you just got this blank, look from the other person. And you're perceiving that blank as no, or that's not a good idea, or whatever. But there's no communication. Remember, communication is is the key. Yeah. And I feel like, for some of you, this is either a business where you're wanting to go towards wealth, right? Or it is something to do with your home, okay, or your home life. And, perhaps even marriage or a long-term committed relationship, something that's going to go long-term. I think you're wanting something to go long-term, but you're just kind of confused now. It's like, well, wait a minute. I think maybe you're changing. Yeah, because we have the Wheel of Fortune again, but it's in your obstacle. So let's take a look at your area of resistance or your obstacle. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, a time for healing. Okay, Taurus, this is the thing. I think the person that you are dealing with, okay, whether that is a romantic partner, family friend, a boss, whoever, there is somebody in your sector here that is not excited about you taking this new fresh start, going in your new direction towards what your heart truly wants, okay? Because they feel like they're going to be left behind. So that is where the communication really comes in, okay? So it could be that, your blunt truth was that you barged in and you said, oh my goodness, I have this great idea. I'm going to go start my own business, right? I have decided I'm going to I don't know, sell eggs. Okay, you're going to sell golden eggs. Maybe you've decided you have a goose and you're going to sell golden eggs. Okay, you barged in, you just planted the truth to this person. You just blurted this out perhaps, right? And you thought that they were going to be on board. They're just needing a moment because part of it is they're kind of like, well, where does that leave me? They're looking at it from their perspective. I think you wanted them to be really happy and to go along with you. And they're thinking, how does that affect me? and they're feeling a little perhaps left out. If this is something where you're going to go and do something without them or take time away from them, how's this going to affect our relationship? How's this going to affect me? You know, they're thinking about themselves. But I feel like, yeah, and now we have the Empress. Yeah. I think that Taurus, here's the thing. I think you're showing up very confident in what it is that you want, right? The Queen of Wands. You're showing up very confident. You're making a decision about which way you want to go, right? And the Empress energy. I think this person feels like you're going to be very successful. They see you as the Empress. You could be sitting there saying, but Mary Sue, they're giving me the cold shoulder. How can they think I'm the Empress? Well, they feel like you're the Empress, so much so, yeah, that they feel like they're going to be left behind. So in a way, it's kind of like allowing yourself to see, you know, you have the Three of Swords on the bottom. I feel like you're disappointed. Okay, I think both of you are disappointed. I think you're disappointed because this person isn't backing you, isn't all excited for you, right? This could be you got a promotion, or you got a new job in a new town, or something like that. You're excited, but now you're disappointed because this person isn't excited. This person isn't excited because they're looking at it from their perspective of what they may lose in the new situation, right? And possibly losing you, or possibly losing time with you. Yeah, so let's take a look at what your advice is. You know, hold your vision. I think it is. I think it's about perhaps not taking a lot of action. It's about communication, because that sense of communication, in other words, it's about communicating, you know, communicating what it is, how you see the next phase, your commitment to it and to perhaps this person. And then it's also about recognizing, you know, your own fears in this situation, your disappointments perhaps, but also recognizing, having that communication. I noticed you're not excited, right? Can we talk about your fears in the situation? Can we talk about what you're feeling about this situation? Because it's not about not honoring what it is that you want to do, okay? And part of you could be kind of like thinking, okay, well, I'm just not going to go do this because this person means so much to me, right? But it's not about saying no to what your own heart desires. It's about talking about how can we talk this out? How can we get this to be an exciting new adventure for both of us, right? How can we take this relationship to the next level? Because you have the Wheel of Fortune twice. This is something that is destined. This is a blessing that is being poured down upon you. It's about understanding that this is an opportunity you don't want to pass up. There's just somebody in your realm that doesn't want you to take it. Yeah. Yeah, it's about defending your position. But it's doing it in a kind of a loving way, because I feel like with the Moon card there, I feel like part of it is that, okay, there's a little bit here, perhaps Taurus, that you are a little anxious about taking this next step, right? New job, new business, taking the relationship to the next level, whatever this is. There's a part of you that is also a little bit anxious. Okay, because it's something new. Yes. Are you excited? Yes. Do you want to go on this path? Yes. But there's a little bit of anxiety. And now that this person is really showing a lot of anxiety about this situation, it's almost like you're kind of allowing the way that they are acting, okay, the way that they are portraying themselves, to prevent you from taking action on what your heart truly desires. So you're kind of like, well, they're really not on board. Okay, well, then I'm not going to do that. But it's about just giving you a little bit of time. I think there's a lot of emotions here. So it's giving it a little bit of time, going back and having those conversations, right? About what this is, how you envision it, why you're committed to it, why you want to do this. And also I think about also taking a look at your own fears and communicating that to the person that is in this situation. Yeah, there's definitely somebody else here that is, raining on your parade. That's kind of the energy. I feel like somebody is raining on your parade. It's understanding that, there's still so much. This is still a great opportunity for you. I feel like an opportunity has fallen into your lap, or an idea that you are wanting to take action on. And it's kind of like, almost like raining on your parade has kind of like burst your bubble a little bit. But it's just kind of like, okay, I'm just going to take a little bit of time to sit with this, right? And not take action at this time, because it has a beautiful ending. I do feel like, you are stepping into this beautiful, beautiful achievement, reaching a goal that you are really and truly wanting. Beautiful. All right, let's pull a soul truth card for you. And Taurus, I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. To where does my soul want to travel? Yeah. For some of you, maybe this is, you just want to take a vacation, watching clouds. You want to go to Bali and take an extended vacation or something like that. And this person is kind of like, how does that play out for me? How does this going to affect me? I think that's all that this person is worried about. How is this going to affect me? When we travel, we grow. We open up our little worlds to more adventure, thrills, patience, understanding, trust, and oneness. Our hearts and minds expand and our desires are satisfied. Where is your soul calling you to visit? Yeah. And it doesn't have to be a physical place. I think that for some of you, this achievement here, okay, is really about, reaching some kind of goal that maybe isn't quite tangible, right? It's, deepening a relationship. It's, experiencing new things. And I feel like you really and truly want to experience new things. I think you have somebody in your sphere here that is wanting to keep you safe, wanting to keep you in your safe little bubble with them instead of stepping out. It's having those conversations that will help to reduce the anxiety, both in you and in this other person, so that you can enjoy it, right? All right. Well, I'm going to leave it there, Taurus. I really do appreciate all of your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I hope to see you again really soon. Much love and light to you. Bye for now.